So I was at my long, hard, slavey 9 to 5 shift, right? Just for the people that think I'm capping, like, yes, I do have a 9 to 5. Do not tell Burger King that I did just get some McDonald's, right? But regardless, right? I think NTE might just be some soulless slop. What this creator over here is saying, they're saying that neverness to everness is soulless slop. Now, do I believe this guy? Absolutely not. But also, do I have any beef with this guy? Absolutely not. I mean, this guy has what? This guy has 72K followers, right? So let me just say this. When I'm critiquing this, I have no beef with this guy. No beef. I don't honestly want no smoke. Keep the buck. I don't want no smoke. I want no smoke. FYI. Now, with that being said, I was looking at this at my 9 to 5 shift, right? And I was like, let me save this for later and let's react to it, right? So, neverness to everness sold this game, which is crazy to say. Very, very, very crazy to say. But then again, guys, hey, he might be cooking. He might be cooking. So let's see what he has to say. If I eat a couple fries, like honestly, it's not it, boy. It's not it, boy, man.
Man, I can't even lie. I was excited for this game. I didn't look into it much prior to release.
Same, I was as well. Oh my goodness. I guess same way how I wasn't looking at this quality, my boy. Let's get this up. Like what the?
That usually makes the wait for a game I'm interested in feel even longer. So for the most part, I just get the gist of it, and if it seems interesting, I get a release date and usually don't check out much more information about it. Not to say I quarantine myself from information, because that seems a bit much, but I won't exactly seek it out, bar some games that are the exception. The premise that I heard over and over for Neverness to Everness was a gacha game that is anime GTA. And
okay, well, hold on, wait. Okay, see, now we getting a little bit, because I don't think this game was ever marketed as an anime GTA. Guys, like, all the way, let's look it up, because, okay, guys, if you look, now, yes, I am using Gemini AI, but guys, then again, you literally look something up on Google, and it's going to show an AI overview anyway. So regardless, right, no, Hada Studios has never officially used the phrase anime GTA in their own marketing. Okay, listen. Hear me out. Listen, I have a point here. Official Hada Studios and publisher Perfect World Games marketed Neverness to Neverness as a super urban open world RPG. Okay, the anime GTA, whatever, what type of word is this? Like, I promise you, bro, people just be making words up out of nowhere. Was entirely created and popularized by fans, content creators, and gaming media during the game reveal trailer. Now, while they do say that, however, the developers deliberately lean into the comparison in a few ways: strategic features, showcases, stealing cars from NPC, trigger wanted levels, buying real estate, like all of that, right? Police chases, right? Car customization, right? But look at this right here. Developer response. When asked about the label, the developers stated that they were happy to be compared to a major title. Look at this, bro. Happy to be compared to a major title, but explicitly clarified that they never claim. Let me move this out the way. But explicitly clarified that they never claimed to be directly competing with GTA, emphasizing NTE is NTE. NTE is whole new thing, especially in the whole gacha game space. Stop it. Anata ain't came out yet. Anata, man, might not even come out at this point. Listen, sponsor content creators, I'm assuming they're trying to say, while Hada didn't use the phase on their official website. Again, what has came out of Hada, what has came out of the developers' mouths themselves? Same thing with the AI situation, bro. It's kind of the same thing. They did not themselves say that this is the anime GTA. Look, ultimately, Hada Studios let the community do the anime GTA marketing for themselves to build massive hype. Okay, listen, they did not, that was the content creators, that was everybody else. Hada Studios themselves never said that. I just want to make that very clear, because people are saying that, again, people are saying that. People are low-key doing the same thing with Ananta, which, like, you guys are setting your expectations way too high. You're not going to say that a free-to-play game is competing with GTA nor GTA 6. Stop it. Until there's strip club, stop it. But again, no hate to this guy, but I'm just saying, all the people that are saying that, no.
That alone had me interested, because it's different. The hell you mean a gacha is gonna try to be like GTA with a shit ton of anime characters? Alright, sounds cool enough. Game's free, I'll give it a try. And in my time of playing it, if I'm being honest, it felt like a soulless amalgamation of ideas pulled from other games with no thought being put towards how those ideas function together or if they even work together.
Okay, hold on, wait. I do have to stop you right here. See, this is gonna be a long one, and I'm not trying to come off as an NTE show or none of that. But my brother in Christ, you're literally naming everything Anata is trying to do right now. You literally, I'm sorry. Listen, you're saying everything that Anata is trying to be right now, and to call it soulless is kind of crazy, bro. This game has more soul than any other gacha game on the market right now. All right, that might be a little over exaggeration. This game has more soul than most of 1.0 launches. Outside of Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, maybe ZZ, right? This is a good 1.0, but let's see what he has to say, man.
Yeah,
maybe he
that's
takes
a pretty harsh outlook, I won't lie. But the thing is, I don't even think the game is godforsakenly awful. I just feel like, if I'm being objective about it, that is the most accurate description I can give, so I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I feel like in the past, I've been a lot more kind in my reviews of games. I focus a lot more on the positive aspects in my reviews because I didn't want to feel like I was bashing the game. However, this led to me looking back at some reviews and thinking, yep, should've just said everything that was on my mind, because Lord knows I was way too kind to Duet Night Abyss, for example.
Oh yeah. Also, mind you, Duet Night Abyss, does not have a gacha system. Guess what else doesn't have a gacha system? Cough cough Anata. But again, I'm not trying to hate on Anata. It's not even out yet. But at the same time, when they do 2 rebrands, 3 redesigns of the MC, I started to get a little skeptical. But you know.
Granted, not a singular soul could have foresaw just how ass that shit was gonna get, but I tried to mainly focus.
Right. Also, they get bro. People hacking into the game can see my freaking Patreon history. Like what? I have very sensitive messages with me and Ali Cursor on there. If y'all don't
give a bigger spotlight to that instead of how big the spotlight should have been on the negative aspect, and in turn, it led to a review that, when I look back on it, I don't think is as accurate as.
Wait, was he sponsored by DNA? Because if so, that's fair game. Hey. Also, MC, wait, why Loki got a cold there? What?
I'm just gonna give up my opinion how it is. So I'm gonna say, if you're the type to get mad at people on the internet not liking your favorite game, just click off this video.
Yeah, period, pool, period. And also, we not getting mad at you. I'm just saying, I'm listening to what the video had to say, because I was at my long card slaving 9 to 5 shift at Burger King flipping burgers, right? And I just want to see what he had to say about this. So let's see what he had to say. No disrespect at all.
Getting mad at me ain't gonna do much for you, so just spend your time better. And most importantly, me not liking it shouldn't affect your enjoyment of it. If you really like it, that's all that matters.
Exactly. I dare I say I've not enjoyed a gacha game on this launch since NTE. That might be crazy to say, but bro,
enjoy time playing it. I want to accurately review the game from how I feel about it, though I don't want to stop people from playing something they enjoy. But me personally, I didn't enjoy my time with it. The game started off with some promise. The beginning cutscene was visually really well done.
Yeah, beginning was very peak.
The environment was really impressive. Then later on, the prologue of you dealing with an anomaly had great atmosphere. I wouldn't say it was really scary, but it did a good job at giving the atmosphere.
Yeah, people were saying this was scary. Stop it. I literally watch horror YouTubers play horror games. Stop it. This is not scary at all. At all. I don't know. What was up with that?
A horror game, which is impressive to do when your game is made of bright anime graphics. Now, those two things were, when I saw them, big strengths for the game. However, they really just fell flat later on. Like the horror atmosphere they had. That shit dissipated in the main story. Quickly. Literally, the next chapter afterwards feels like something ripped out of a slice of life anime. You're celebrating the birthday of this domesticated anomaly and, I shit you not, trying to help him rizz up this creature.
Okay, in defense of this, bro, this side quest is not that bad as people's making it. Okay, now I know, I'm gonna sound like I'm glazing, but look, I was skimming through this. I was skipping some of it, but we're not gonna act like the whole Nonali and all of them trying to pretend to be the enemy, trying to be the hype man for trying to help him raise out the odds. We're not gonna sit here and act like that was garbage. We just can't. It was actually genuinely some funny moments in this. And then here's the thing, right? I think people are so used to the heavy action, serious type of vibe in these gacha games. NTE is not that. It has some elements where it's serious, and it has some slice of life elements. Now, could they have done better with this? Most definitely. Could have easily done better. Could this have been a side quest? Easily. But then again, we would end up skipping it. And I think it's some good moments in this. I don't think it's all bad. And again, it's just one side quest out of a whole bunch of other stuff in the game.
This is the quest that immediately follows up after the horror atmosphere they had for the first chapter. Now, I'm used to games with a slow burn, and at times it's needed to get you introduced to the cast for you to actually give a damn about them. A lot of the times when games throw you head first into big emotional moments that are meant to
this was funny.
They can fall flat if they didn't take the time to build up the character. So having a slice of life chapter isn't a bad thing if you can make us give a damn about the cast.
Bro, you tell me you don't care about them? Hold on, wait. You tell me you don't care about Nonali, Sakuri, Adler, all of them trying to help the brother build up the odds. This was genuinely a funny moment. This is when I fell in love with the cast. Genuinely, this is when I was like, okay, yeah, these guys are goats. I'm interested to see how far this goes. You feel me? You know, there's no way, right? If you actually looked at this cutscene, because you can't skip this cutscene, and you wasn't oh wait, what's going on? Low key, this is kind of funny. Maybe my humor is broken, because then again, I am I am on freaking TikTok. I did come from TikTok. If you know my TikTok videos, honestly, don't look them up. Quite frankly, don't look them up.
Chapter isn't a bad thing if you can make us give a damn about the cast, but this one didn't do that because it mainly focused on Takedo. It makes sense because it's his birthday, but that thing doesn't really have any substantial amount of plot relevance in later chapters. The 2 chapters afterwards mainly focus on characters that appear in those chapters. So what the hell was this slice of life meant to be? It didn't make me care about any of the characters. It broke the pacing and immediately just iced me out of something that seemed interesting. Why wasn't this a side quest? The next chapter was better, but I wouldn't be lying if I said you can sum up what happens in it on a sticky note and that cover most of the important details you needed. The gang.
Whoa! I don't know about all that. I don't know about that. I don't know if I can agree with that. This is when I was like, okay, NTE might be something it generally has something. Especially when they had that turn-based thing with Atori. Bro, you can't. There's no way. What do you have to say about it?
Goes to an auction house to get something. Atori gets drunk and rage baits everyone in a Pokemon battle. Someone comes in and steals.
That was funny. What? We can't sit here and act like that wasn't funny. We can't sit here and act like Atori. They doing this whole turn-based combat thing was not funny. You cannot look me in my face. Mind you, I need people with functional BBCs to speak. You cannot look me in my face and tell me that was not funny. And I'm not talking about the creator. I'm just saying, no way we can't look at that and say this wasn't funny. This was good. This was some good stuff. It was, again, for a 1.0. Again, mind you, stop comparing like we can't be comparing a 1.0 NTE to other games. Let it breathe for a minute for one. Two, we can't sit here and act like this wasn't funny. Come on now.
They need to stop the anomalies hurting the place. The story doesn't get interesting again until the final chapter we have in the game now, but dear God, it wasn't worth the filler that was before it.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't say
the
filler.
mystery of it's intriguing.
I wouldn't say
I think
filler,
it helps
but
bring back the interesting atmosphere this game has, but even then, it's not really like it's enough to make me think the main story of the game wasn't uninteresting as all hell.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, if you wasn't locked in on at least like, okay, part 2, fine. Like the whole Takedo trying to raise up the HUDs, like all that. Okay, sure. If you was not like, okay, this game does have something in like the part 3 during the auction when the Tori did that thing, when the freaking villains had showed up to steal the anomaly, like all of that, like I'm not gonna lie to you. And then if you got here and you're not even more locked in, I'm just like, bro, especially when you got like one with like freaking bowling balls on the freaking chest. Like, bro,
the game literally feels like, on one hand, there's interesting horror elements to it, and they do an impressive job with mixing it into the open world, like when you go to find an anomaly, how it shifts the world around that. Then on the other hand, the story is also obsessed with making all of their characters act like comedic relief side characters in an anime, whilst the main story plot is a collection of random bullshit goals. It's just kind of baffling. Now, the open world does a good job of diving more into the anomalies. You can go on anomaly hunts and seek them out.
Definitely. Like, dare I say, like, again, let me not say this because it's gonna sound like I'm glazing. Dare I say the best open world game, like for 1.0? Again, for a 1.0, it's still so much I have not done in this game, and mind you, I've been playing this game daily.
One that stood out to me was going after these puppets that appear at night in the school. You'd go around the area and need to figure out how best to pacify them. Pretty much just solving the mystery of them and what's happening. And I can't lie, I was 100% more engaged in that than chapters 1 and 2 of the main story. Now,
that's fair. That is completely fair. Completely fair. To be honest, that is completely fair. I don't know about chapter 1 though, because chapter 1 I did like it. Also, now that he mentioned chapter 1, we was low key introduced to the characters, because if you was like, again, not no hate, but if you was walking around in the story, you could hear the characters talking to each other. Again, open it up to me liking these characters. We walking around, we can hear conversations with Tori, Daffodil, we can hear Nonali, Edgar, and all of them talking, chatting up. It was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Now it might be subjective, you know. He was saying that on, you know, why should we care about these characters? Low-key, by the time we was on the Takedo dating, like I was already, I'm locked in on these characters. I am, but
the other part of the game I liked was the presentation. At first, I thought the cutscenes were really nice to look at. Then I played more of the game and realized that the cutscenes have 10,000 effects, but no direction worth it. Like, look at the cutscene that plays here. It starts off with a motif of using a comic book style for moving between its scenes. That shit gets dropped and not used again later within the same exact cutscene. Hell, even during it, they don't.
Okay, this cutscene look good.
Transitions between the scenes. Then Takedo appears, shows 10 different expressions in 3 seconds. Screen turns dark, trying to impose a menacing aura. It cuts to Adler. Everything's bright and peaceful. Like, it's impressive to see all this movement effects.
I mean, again, not trying to play, you know, devil's advocate, but this wasn't really a serious scene. You know, just it wasn't really that serious. I mean, this is really, I don't know. This,
menacing aura.
I don't really care about this, honestly. This is a cutscene. Like, the cutscene looks good though. I say the cutscene look good. All right. Look, I don't need people saying I'm chilling for the game. I'm just saying the facts, bro.
It easily beats a black screen with white text, but more effort does not equal a better product.
Like come on, like nah, no way. This was good. This was good, but again, that's this is opinion.
For something, what's best isn't to open up the effects library and throw everything in it, or make 50 different PowerPoint transition effects. What's best is to recognize what you're trying to convey in a scene and doing. For example, look at this show. It falls flat because it decides to play an unnecessary sound effect after the clip.
Well, let's try to see if there's a reaction with the container. A reaction? How did you know?
If that wasn't there, it would work much better. Mint's energetic, click, give it a bit of time, wind noise plays out, hold that scene for a bit longer. Less is done, but it actually makes the joke work.
Well, let's try to see if there's a reaction with the container. A reaction? How did you know?
Now, does this scene matter at all? No, it's unimportant.
Yeah, I would say this scene doesn't really matter that much, but that's how he feels. So no, I have no comment on that. No comment.
But it's just an example to show that throwing everything at the board doesn't mean you're guaranteed a good result. Intention and effort will always beat out blind effort, which is what a lot of the cutscenes feel like at first. Now, it does taper off. Later ones are not as spammy in what they try to do. They're not even as expressive. They don't dive in just characters standing around with their mouse moving a little, but more so in line with the cutscene you'd normally see for a game. It really feels like the beginning cutscenes, with how overly expressive they are just an attention grab. Most of the ones I feel like
they got me grabbed, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, it got me grabbed. Shoot, it got you grabbed too, Loki, when you think about it, because look, you ended up criticizing. Not to say that it was good though. I mean, I think it was fine. The cutscene in the beginning was like really over expressive. Later in the chapters though, basically chapter 4, that was pretty much gone. How do I feel about that? Honestly, it really did give off a ZZZ vibe, low key. But then again, ZZ is not really like this no more. The story, like the vibe, the cutscenes like that. But so
the beginning of the game,
I don't know. But this is all subjective. You feel me?
You get into more normal shit.
I don't really care about the whole cutscene.
This is it leads to better cutscenes. Like if the one in this character quest had the same amount of effects drowning it out, it wouldn't work. But it creates a bit of a disjunction. If you come in and the beginning cutscenes are like they are, you expect that for the rest of the game. Sort of, if you were to compare it to a game.
True.
In your mind,
True. You do expect that for the rest of the game, but at the same time, I don't think people are really paying that much attention like that overall. Give it a buck. Like, I don't think so. Me personally,
I think Zenless does a much better job, and there are differences between the two games and how they do cutscenes, but a lot of people will probably make that comparison in their mind. Then in the rest of the game, you see them start erring on the side of cutscenes you see in WoWa, for example. Stuff that's more actiony, but isn't drowned out by 10,000 effects. And for me, when I compare the cutscenes later in the game to the start, it builds up to an overall sentiment I have for the game of this is a melting pot, it lacks a strong core identity.
I don't believe that. No. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. What do you mean it's not a core identity? It's so much stuff that you can identify with NTE. I mean, shoot, you guys want to name it the anime GTA. That this goes like, listen, this is as close as the anime GTA we gonna probably get outside of Ananta, even if that even succeeds. I don't feel like it doesn't have an identity. I don't believe
Our
that.
process isn't just there because of the cutscenes. It's an amalgamation of most things within the game. If it was just the cutscenes, I can excuse it as growing pains. Yeah, maybe they went for a style, weren't feeling it, but there was no need to spend dev time changing it, so they left it as is. You know, shit happens. It is what it is. But instead, I feel like the game doesn't know what it wants to be. As of now, it's multiple different things, but none of them really mesh well. Like, okay, you got the identity of horror game where you track down anomalies and stuff. Does that just mesh well with the slice of life anime shit you go through at Avon? Not really.
Yeah, but you can't just have horror all the way through. You gotta have some slice and life moments in it, especially if it's a gacha game, a long period of gacha game. Imagine it was horror the whole time throughout. You feel me? If it's gonna be horror throughout the whole theme, like, it has to have some slice of life moments in there. Which is why the Takedo quest, which while I don't think it's like people low key over hating this. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, bro, the whole Nanali and Sakiri and all of that, right? That was funny. The whole reference she did is funny. Takedo himself, I'm gonna give you the buck, bro. You're not cracking that. So I don't even know why we, like, if it was like a human person, like maybe if we was like doing it for Adler, right? I would have been like, okay, outside of that, bro, stop.
At Avon, you're there and it's pretty apparent. Y'all some broke bitches. Y'all ain't really got the most money at Avon, so sometimes you take on commissions you aren't really feeling because it has a lot of zeros attached to it. However, you then go off to play the GTA part of the game where you're driving around in luxury cars, buying out penthouses, doing heists on bank for money, then you can't spend a single dime of the money you make towards Avon. And you have to
Hold up. We can't make that. Hold on.
Deal with the main story treating you like you're surviving off a diet of plain white bread and water because you can't afford anything more. That's a part of what I'm talking about. The main story exists and the GTA activities also exist, but
so, okay, can't say that, but then Red Dead Redemption 2. Again, you can't say this when the same thing is for Red Dead Redemption 2. You can have so much money saved up. Tell me why Dutch is still saying we need more money. Why do we need more money? I just paid for half the camp. Like, what?
elements from GTA.
Like, so again, I don't feel like this is a fair comparison because, like, the same thing happens for Red Dead Redemption. Like, Arthur can have so much money and we can give it, like, we can max out the camp. Yeah, all of a sudden, why is Dutch saying that we still need more money? More money. So I don't feel like that's a fair comparison because, like, AAA games, freaking Rockstar, the game that people keep comparing NTE, the anime GTA, like, is doing that. So I don't think that's fair.
Mesh well with their current game, so it feels out of place. Like, if I got all this money, why can't I donate it to help Avon?
Yeah, again, I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. While yes, you can. Like, I don't mind, like, you donating and maybe you get some perks in you know the. But you have the properties for that. Like, why would you invest? I don't know. You could, like, invest money in that, but I don't think that they need to change the game for that. Like, that would completely ruin the story. Same way how it would ruin Red Dead Redemption 2 story. But again, you don't really see people complaining about that in RDR2 when the game costs, well, it don't cost $59.99 no more, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Within the story, or is it because the devs thought of a main story, thought of content to add to their game, then decided to just copy GTA and market themselves as anime GTA? And also,
they did not market themselves as anime GTA. We have to call this out. Now, they deliberately said, oh wait, look at this, guys, but explicitly clarified that they never claimed to be directly competing with GTA, emphasizes NTE is NTE. NTE is NTE. Repeat it, guys, repeat it in your head. All right.
So the side content isn't even that enjoyable as of now. Like, what the fuck do we got?
Whoa, what happened to my video, bro?
Two of them you drive around shit in the world. One of them is an incredibly boring extraction mode.
Chill out on that ping pong heist now, hold on now. That's actually one of the best ones.
Cooking Mama, Bare Bones rhythm minigame, Tetris with input delay, and Mahjong. The only minigame I found enjoyable was racing. That's it. The driving ones aside from racing are just boring. The heist is a shit game mode. Why would I willingly play owner selection or fishing?
This right here, boy, if you don't watch out. Boy, if you don't watch out with that. I did not play this game mode. Like, I tried it once, I was done. But that's the beauty about this game. You can try one thing and then find something else to do. Like he said, he likes the racing. You can just be the racing guy. Bro, if people play Cool Math, what's it, bro? It was a game called, is it like, I think it's called like Poppy Simulator or something. Like, I know it's a crazy name, but bro, on Cool Math, it was this game where you had to get a food. Low-key, people that like that, they're gonna play this right there. Or guess what? If you don't like that, you can play the end game. Or guess what? If you don't like that, you can do ping pong heist. Or you can go fishing, even though the fishing is not that crazy, right? Like, it's something.
Why play Super Sound over?
You feel me? This right here, I didn't like this either. I ain't touched it since that one story. But again, There's other stuff I could do. Racing, going fishing, ping pong heist, delivery. He likes the racing, you do delivery. I don't know.
Any free rhythm game, same with Tetris, and kind of the same with Little Sparrow. Why play that over Mahjong Soul or Ricci City? Especially considering how basic the Mahjong is in this game. Now, of course, the reason to play these things in the game is to spend city stamina to get money. However, if the grind in your game orients around a collection of minigames that are boring as hell to play, why would I want to grind in your game?
Oh no, wait, you can't say that when you just say you like the racing. So I don't know if you can say that. Like, you can say all of them is boring, but you just say you like the racing. So you could just go do racing. You could just do the racing. But
that's all it is. I heard people say the game has so much content, but the content is just minigame slop. And the minigames aren't interesting. They're just basic shit thrown into the game. And the basic shit doesn't even have sauce. Yo, holy fuck. Yo, compare the rhythm game in this to something you'd see in the Yakuza game.
Bro. We can't keep doing it. Yeah, he can't keep getting away with this. He can't keep getting away with this. You're comparing again, my brother in Christ. Let me stroke out BBC while I say, cannot compare a game that costs. I mean, God forbid you buy the whole Yakuza series. If you buy the whole Yakuza series, my brother in Christ, you're gonna be spending an arm and a leg, 1K plus, maybe. You cannot compare a game that is what, $39.99, $59.99. Game, I quit Yakuza. That's how bad it was. I literally quit Yakuza. Which, hold on, wait, because people gonna say I'm lying. Again, guys, as you can see, I have Yakuza in here. I can install it right now. I literally quit the game. Bro, look at this. Last I played was February 2025, boy. Mind you, I was still in high school in 2025, boy. Holy brother, holy Christ. I couldn't even get 6 or 7 hours in a game. Oh, no, that's crazy. No, I'm not playing this. No. I don't care if this is a Yakuza game. I don't care if this is GTA 6 itself. I'm not playing a freaking rhythm game. I don't like that. No. Yeah, again, I mean, this is an unfair comparison. Again, we're comparing a gacha game that is free. You don't have to spend anything on NTE compared to Yakuza. I'm just saying. Also, let's go ahead and check them Yakuza prices right now. 69. Holy moly. So already, right? 19. Again, another 19. Another 19. A remaster that apparently does not have a freaking price point. I mean, y'all go and buy that. Yakuza 4, another 19. So over $100 is being spent. Easily over 100. Easily. And again, you're comparing that game, Yakuza, to NTE, a free-to-play game, which is one of the most easily one of the most free-to-play friendly games system. I mean, but
just that I do like, but it's pretty much just that. Aside from that, it's the same shit other games have done, but worse. Or free alternatives exist to play them that are.
Hold up, sir. What other game has you being able to own a property? What other game has you being able to freaking invite your waifus into your room? All right.
Choices for how to grind. And then after finishing the main story, it's pretty much all that's left. You got the minigames to grind and get money, explore the open world, and do the Spiral Abyss like. I can say I do like going through the world, especially as it's pretty much just a big city to explore, so it does end up feeling different than what's become a large part of the standard in 3D gachas, which is more wilderness oriented, and the cities are relatively small. Though for the combat, I can't lie, I just find it really hard to care. There was never a point I felt interested in the combat and wanted to dive into these.
Listen, as somebody that has dived into the combat, is good. Obviously it's not up there with like Wuthering Waves, but if you're not up there with the Wuthering Waves type of like sweats, and you don't mind being down like in the middle ground, like NTE is below Wuthering Waves, but below Wuthering Waves, below ZZZ, but above pretty much everything else. If you want a mixture of Wuthering Waves and ZZZ, NTE is
like, imagine the gameplay of a 3D open world gacha. You have imagined the gameplay of Neverness to Everness. It just feels like I'm playing the same thing I've played a shit ton before, but don't take this as an in-depth analysis. That is very much just a first impressions view of the combat, even though I've already played through all the main story content. It kind of just feels like, yo, ChatGPT, generate me a combat system for a 3D open world gacha game, and this is the result. And on that topic, this game does heavily love AI. Now, I don't view the debate of AI in games as a purely black or white way, just because you can't view most things in life that way. Context should be an incredibly important factor when you're judging something. So even though I personally dislike when generative AI is used in games, and I don't want to support it because I view the human nature of creating something to be incredibly important, it doesn't mean there's times I can't forgive a game for using it or support one for moving away from it. Like a big example is Mormons. It's a gacha that at one point was broke as shit. They dead ass had no money. So
what? Who, when, where, how, and why? What is this game?
From it. Like a big example is Mormons. It's a gacha that at one point was broke as shit. They dead ass had no money. So they decided to use ChatGPT for the translation to other languages. And long story short, they were eventually fortunate enough to get the money they needed to stay afloat and for the game to thrive. And when they got that money, they hired a team of human translators for the translation of the game, replacing the one done by AI. That is something I can easily support. The way they use generative AI in this game, however, just builds onto the overall sentiment of what their design philosophy feels like to me. Laziness. The budget behind this game.
We cannot call NTE lazy. What are we talking about? Yeah, I don't agree with that. NTE is everything but lazy. Innovative. Bro, 1.1, the live stream comes out this weekend, right? This is a chance, bro. This is a chance to show. But I guess really in 2.0 is when we can really see, okay, if this game is like here to stay. But it's already here to stay. Already better than Wu 1.0. Like, again, like, can we bring up Wu 1.0? Like, again, to the people that are talking about NTE, let's bring up Wu, like, come to the front. How was Wuthering Waves 1.0? Do you guys even remember anything that happened in the story in 1.0? Outside of Scar, can you name me 5 characters? Gun to the back of your head, name me 5 characters in 1.0. That's not Yang Yang, by the way. GG. Yep. GG. Yep.
It's considerably bigger than Mormons, yet it has so much more AI put into the game. Not out of necessity, but instead to cost.
Yeah, again, this is the AI whole situation. Again, whole black and white. Generative AI, I don't like it. The whole pink paw heist one, I didn't like it either, but at the same time, again, this is why you gotta, like, people gotta understand. The developers themselves said they were gonna use AI. Hold on, wait, I gotta look this up because people just don't be doing. The studio stated that AI tools were only used for a small number of background and environmental assets. So if he brings up any of the AI stuff that was using in the background, again, they didn't say they was using for the story, none of the character designs, none of that. If it was used for backgrounds or anything like that, that's fair game because they said that they was going to use it. Again, that is fair game. I don't know if people know they said this, but yeah, they said this a while ago, and they still took out the pink paw heist and all of that, which is like, but okay, let's see what he has to say.
Having actual people create those assets, like using AI to copy shots from Mothering with You, having an entire AI.
Yeah, that right here. Movie. Yeah, right. This right here. People can say this is like unacceptable.
Create those assets,
Wait.
using AI.
Yeah, people can say this is unacceptable. Which, do I agree with them? I mean, again, I could say yes, but at the same time, it's a freaking billboard in the back, bro. Like, again, nobody noticed this until somebody went on Twitter and said that, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck. I am just keeping it a buck. I'm sorry that I be keeping it a buck. Maybe I need to stop keeping it a buck. This is a freaking poster in the background that no one would have realized had they went on Twitter, okay? Like, let's not act like we really care about this, but I mean, this is all, you know.
The copy shots from Mothering with You, having an entire AI generated movie about.
Now, this right here, again, on the billboard, but if this is copying from like Wuthering with You, go and get this out the game, which they did. That's the crazy thing, right? They did. They got it out the game. So it's really like, it's nothing to really like speak on this board. I mean, he already know that though, but
another in the theaters.
I believe this is AI. I believe this is AI. When I mean I believe this is AI, I believe this is somebody importing this in because I've not seen this at all. And I believe it's one Twitter account that said that, and we already know who that is. But again, I think this is fake.
Like 18 minutes long, having one appear before doing heists on the TV.
Yeah, this one right here, the heist now. This one right here, you
in your apartment.
Who knows? Could it be Gen AI? Probably. Do I care? Not really. I can't sit here and act like, oh my goodness, I use generative AI. Like, dude, like, what the flip? That is so not Demir. No, I just can't do that.
Creating assets in the game with it, like this gramophone.
Hold on. What is this? I was thinking, wow, I can't read. Wow. This lets you guys know that I just graduated last year because I can't read still. I was thinking of making some NTE renders, so I imported some maps, and wow, they even use AI to create assets. Also, you can see an in-game screenshot as well as such as much as I want this game to be good, it keeps becoming more trash. Now I wait for Ananta, which Ananta has placeholders with AI in it, by the way. They didn't learn from Tower Fantasy. Guys, oh my gosh, this guy. Resident Evil literally confirmed they was using AI for bedrooms, all of that, like background, all of that. Expedition 33 as well. Every gacha game you play uses AI. However said they were thinking about using Gen AI. Kuro Games is looking for 3D AI developers, designers, and 2D. If you're saying this, right? Now I better not go click on this man's account and see this man glazing, Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, or any Hoyoverse title. Any gacha game at this point. Like, genuinely, like any, literally, bro, GTA 6 said they're using AI. Bro, this is AI on a freaking, this man had to go into some freaking, who knows what this is right here. Who knows what that is, right? He had to go into that, do all of this researching, and find out that, yeah, oh yeah, they even use AI for this. Son, I don't even know where this is from, boy. I don't know where this is from. I don't know how he got that, but stop it. This stop. Oh, stop. This was a couple days ago. This was like on the 6th week, currently on the 20th. So like, I don't know.
But for this, they did remove some of the AI assets, like the
movies. Bro, I don't think people understand. Like they moved it. Like they moved it. Like this is why I know these developers are like they listen, bro. They listen already. They listen.
Heists, some of the billboards, but of course, parts that people aren't talking about as much are still in the game, like the cutouts at the maid cafe. This is
again. Listen, my brother, man, I love you, and just don't think it's any disrespect what I'm saying, okay? These can be considered background assets. Yes, again, let me just show you guys. The studio stated that AI tools were used only for a small number of background and environmental assets. Do you think that I care about some freaking cardboard boxes in the back of a freaking in the freaking maid cafe? Do you think I really care that these are AI? These could, again, you could argue, it's not really an argument. These are considered background stuff. This is what developers said that they was going to use AI in the game. So that's why I'm like, bro, we can't be coming at this. And again, most of these gacha games be using AI. Now, again, it's a general AI like this, no, but it's still some sort of AI being in there.
Literally. So
it's really just like pick your poison. Whichever one, like pick your poison, honestly. If I'm picking my poison is I will take in the poison. Because I don't care about this, bro. I just don't care about this. Like, how does this like impact me at all? Like how? I'll wait. You can let me know in the comments.
Bare
You can let me
bones,
know.
basic, stable diffusion, generate me an image levels of shit. Like motherfuckers on Twitter are generating AI images that do a better job of hiding that they're AI. How do y'all got this generic?
But then again, please show me somebody on Twitter that is creating a whole game, a whole game that is free to play, by the way, and it's making money, by the way. I don't know.
Shit in the game.
I probably sound like an NTE shell. I'm not.
So
I'm
do
just
I think
saying-
they're
I'm just
genuinely
saying, bro.
remorseful about using AI and they care about the feedback? Nah. If so, shit people didn't complain about that was still AI would have been changed. Instead,
Again, I don't know if this is AI. We have not, again, to my knowledge.
it's obvious that AI was used to cut corners. And I heard people rephrase it like, oh, yo, it was so they could get to the funner parts of making a game quicker. Yeah, that's why they used AI. Nah. The suits told them they wanted the game out quickly, so they had them use AI to make parts of the game. Having all aspects in the game made by humans was not an important factor to them, so instead of hiring more people, they took the lazy way.
Again, they said they was gonna use AI and for background rendering and all this. Every AAA game you played probably used some sort of AI. We can't just be like, you can't just call them lazy now because of AI on this. Again, the fact that they took this out just shows they listening to players. Like, kudos to them. But again,
creating a ton of stuff that they thought they could get away with. Now, some people said aspects in the game that were AI generated, then were just replaced by more AI, like the soda can on the billboard. I can't lie, for something bare bones like this, it's hard to say 100% if it's AI generated. Whenever it comes to characters, it's easy as hell to tell, but this one, there's a lot of leeway. But would I be surprised if it's AI? Nah, because it just feels par for the course of how lazy the design in this game is. So much of the game is just copying what other games have done and not innovating on those ideas at all. Or barely.
Unfaithful
so I'm
argument,
surprised they use
but
AI to
okay.
make this game. Now, to some people, using AI isn't all that big a deal, or it's positive to them, somehow. I don't know. My life isn't pathetic enough to understand that mindset. But to me, when I look at these state the
was
games,
that a shot at me? Was that a shot at me? Like, what's up? What you trying to say?
then I'm not surprised at all. The idea of anime GTA is nice, but like Do It Night a bit. When you are copying a game that is already out, you need to actually expand on the ideas you were copying.
Again, the developers did not say they were copying anything. NTE is NTE. This is NTE. This is NTE. Again, this is NTE. Okay.
Games themselves are built upon taking what another did and doing it better. So when your game revolves around taking an idea a game has already done or perfected, and all you have to show for your version is a watered down replica of it, why should I waste my time playing the game? Like I heard people say, aside from the AI, this game is generational. Well, let me speak as someone who has actually played this game. Aside from the AI, you have a soulless Yakuza or GTA game. But
why are we comparing GTA 5 and a Yakuza game? Both games that cost money and has spent multiple, like who knows how much budget is put into these games, right? To a gacha game that is free to play where you don't have to spend money. You can't keep comparing a free to play game to games that cost real life money. That's just no. No.
like, calling the entirety of it soulless is not the most accurate. I'd say the portions.
Okay, at least he said that, because I'm about to say calling it soulless is crazy. This has more story than any of the gacha games out right now. All right, let me stop.
They copied
1.0 wise. Yeah, I stop.
Out improvement feels soul. Like the wanted system is a good example. In GTA, you can point a gun at someone and their reaction would be different, or you can rob a store to get money. That's stuff that's interesting to do in the game that will increase your wanted level because it's illegal. In this game, if you do a combo on an NPC, the response isn't interesting. At first, they're a bit scared, then they try to fight back, though they just stand there pretty much as you beat their ass. Then they run off and you get their wallet. That's it. There's no
Wait,
better
they fight back?
Then they run off and you get their wallet. In this game, if you do a combo on an NPC, the response isn't interesting. At first, they're a bit scared, then they try to fight back, though they just stand there pretty much as you beat their ass. Then they run off and you get their wallet. That's it. So
Again, show me any other gacha game that has this, bro. Again, like we're comparing a gacha game, mind you, a free-to-play gacha game that you don't have to spend money on, to AAA freaking Rockstar Studio games, freaking backed by Sega Yakuza games. This is just not a fair comparison. Can you even fight the NPCs in Yakuza? I don't even know if you can. That game was so buns, I couldn't finish it.
there's no benefit to
But again, no gacha
you want the
game
level
is
aside from the
doing
hell of
this,
it,
bro. I'm
or if there's some
sorry.
car you want to steal. It was just soullessly copied over because the game they were using had it. Like, dear God, you can't even attack in store. But if the police catch you, you get sent to prison. Or you gotta wait out your days in prison.
Yeah,
to be a
good system.
inmate,
So
or
there's some good and some bad based off what he's doing.
pay a fine to get out of prison early. And that is actually interesting. They added more to the system. It wasn't just, here's Tetra, but instead expanded on an idea they used from a different game. However, with most system mechanics and everness to everness, it feels like a lot more is the former case where they just copy stuff and that's it. They don't innovate. When they do, it actually gets interesting, like the anomaly hunts. I've not seen a game really do this before, and it's actually legitimately interesting to have big hunts like these out in the open world. That part isn't soulless. It makes up a small portion of the open world aspect compared to everything else that feels soullessly copied. It's apparent that the game can be good when it tries, like the hunts, the art direction in the beginning cutscene of the game, chapter 3, but so many times they cut corners resulting in the good aspects being mired down, or the aspect which, on their own could be passable, being seen as much work. Like, it's hard to say the main story is good because it had an alright prologue and third chapter when everything else was middling or outright bad.
Oh, wait. Let's not talk about story because, again, we are comparing NTE, a 1.0 story, to other 1.0 gacha games, right? What game comes close to, I mean, hold on, wait, did you say Weather and Waves? Not him. Did you say Weather and Waves? Oh, you didn't? Okay, so we all knew, because this is better than Weather and Waves. Stop it. Stop it, please, please. Again, gun to the back of your head. Name 5 characters that's not Scar and Yang Yang from 1.0. Yeah, you would have been dead.
Or to respect the art direction, knowing how much is lazily AI generated. And the thing with it being AI gen and how that hurts the art style isn't so much the straight line of thinking AI bad, therefore using it bad and hurts game, but more so the idea of if you are making a world within a game to really make it feel alive, it's best to make it so every aspect in the game feeds into the overall world.
Hey, it does, bro. But then again, this is just gacha games. They come out with updates. Who's to say that by 1.1 all this won't be gone? I mean, they already removed this though. Bro, what the
So while Neverness to
terrible, like pause shot, right? Regardless, right? The world feels great. This is the best world and I felt in the 1.0 gacha game, period. Like, call me crazy, call me glazed, and call me a shell, but bro, I'm just saying.
Neverness has its movies and ads in the game AI generated slop that really doesn't feed into the actual world. You then got games like Cyberpunk, where you can look at the ads and billboards.
Okay. Again, no disrespect to my brother, right? You are comparing Cyberpunk, which was a buggy full of a game when it first launched, right? To which was $59.99, by the way, boy, to a free-to-play gacha game that anybody can download on their phone and access.
And they're all coherent. They change with your actions in the world. They were made with human intention based on the game to make the world in it feel more alive.
I need to replay this,
Neverness has this replaced by a prompt given to a machine. That's the difference. Even when we take out ethical questions about AI use and all that, it's just worse than human creativity and intent, which is easily seen as lacking with Neverness to Everness because they use AI to just copy an anime movie. It's shit like this that makes the game feel poorly made or rushed. Filler main story chapters, cut corners by AI generating stuff, lack of coherency within its game mechanics, a sizable amount of content being copied from other games that make me just not care about this game. Is it a horrible game? No, I wouldn't say so. I played horrible games. This isn't that. But is it really forgettable for me? 100%. There's not really something all that big that this game has done that is overly memorable.
Hey, people were saying the same thing about Wuthering Waves. Look where it's at right now. Shoot, people might have been saying the same thing about ZZZ. And while it is on a decline, it's still out there, still kicking.
Like, it's done good shit,
Still
but my
alive
reaction
and
to it
kicking.
is, oh, that's nice, instead of, yo, this is legendary to see in a game. Like, okay, think about some of the best games you've played. Think about core things they've done which made you fall in love with them or that stuck with you.
Okay, are we talking about gacha games? Because we can't be talking about, like real games that cost money, right? We are talking about gacha games, right? Because if so, NTE is up there on top. Easily.
Best games you've played. Think about core things they've done which made you fall in love with them or that stuck with me. This game doesn't have anything like that. To give some examples, Yakuza. The minigames.
Yo, bro. No way. He's no. Did he just say? Hold on, wait, man. Hold on.
Stuck with me. This game doesn't have anything like that. To give some examples, Yakuza. The
Okay. You know what? All right.
minigames are generational to the point of being a big appeal to the actual game. GTA, open world, a lot.
No.
Yakuza. The minigames are generational to the point of being a big appeal to the actual game. GTA, open world, a lot of freedom with the shit you can do in it.
All right. Let's hear it out.
Let's make it broader. Arknight, innovated on the concept of a tower.
We should have just did. Why didn't we just do gacha games? You should have just did gacha games. Oh man. Let's not. Yeah.
Even so much to where I think it has some of the best gameplay I've seen in a game.
Absolutely not. That hot garbage. I'm joking, by the way. I haven't even played Arknights. We ain't talking about infield though. Holy.
Final Fantasy 14 somehow made an MMO that you can damn near entirely play as a single-player story-based game if you wanted to. The Trail series made a series of games all set within the same world, like
Great
about 13
game, by the
games,
way.
all
Oh my goodness, great game. I need to finish it. Like,
adding to the world building of that series. Final Fantasy 7 popularized
but
story.
again, these games cost money. And we as gacha game players don't have money. We don't have no money.
Games being actually good and having games kill off members in the main cast. Deadlock made the MOBA genre work as a movement shooter. Elden Ring showed a Soulsborne can be made into an open world and greatly benefit from that.
Elden Ring.
Genshin Impact, legendary 3D animated porn.
Hold on, wait a minute. Did he just say? Hold on, wait. Let me. Hold on, wait. Please hold my BBC while you say.
World and greatly benefit from that. Genshin Impact, legendary 3D animated porn.
I can't believe he said that. Okay, see now I'm mad and now my BBC's mad. What do you mean legend? ZZZ is on top. Let's not even go into this debate. Wow, we going into this debate? ZZZ bogs Genshin easily on that department. And the fact that NTE is nowhere even near the convo. I have not seen a single thing from NTE. ZZZ is on top, better animators. Aiden exists, which like, oh my, yo, this guy, he's rage bait. He got me. Dang it, he got me. Dang it, he got me. Nice one. Okay,
It's shit like this that you can look at what really good games have done and they stay in your memory. They've done shit that sticks with you. There is not anything notable Neverness to Everness has done that will stick with me when I uninstall the game.
Incorrect, but okay.
It has done stuff that is different. It being anime GTA is well enough in that category, but it doesn't do anything well enough for that to stick with me. Does that mean it has done everything bad? No. It just means I view it as a 5 out of 10 that is a melting pot of what so many better games have done. Now, to be fair, it is a live service. I view it as a 5 out of 10 that is is a melting pot of what so many better games have done. Now, to be fair, it is a live service, so judging it like it's an entirely finished game isn't accurate. It's entirely possible that this game could get better later on, maybe like a 2.0 or something could add a lot more to it. So this is only a judgment of how it is in 1.0.
I mean, again, it's already made 14 million when it's on the 2 days on global. So imagine how much you think it's gonna be at the end of this month. Mind you, Hattori and Nonali all came out. Who knows?
That judgment is, I'm not impressed at all. There's shit to enjoy, there's aspects I like, but overall, it's not something that has kept me interested. If you enjoy it, that's a good thing. It's nice to have more stuff to enjoy, but in my time of playing it, just felt forgettable to me. Just another 3D open world gacha thrown out there that I'll forget about in a bit. I hope the game improves, I hope it gets a stronger sense of direction, but as of now, I just don't really care about it. If it was deleted from existence tomorrow, I would not care in the slightest. I don't hate it, I don't like it, I just feel indifferent towards it, which is probably the worst thing a game can make you feel.
Indifferent. Whoa. I did not.
Guys, it was good. I knew it was going to be the case. I knew my faith
know what
wasn't
video
there.
this is. My bad. Wait, is this him? Wait, he was sponsored by Arcanine Infill? Wait, what?
Guys, it was good. I knew it was going to be the case.
He's smart. No, he's an info creator though. Regardless, right? How do I feel about this? If I had to rate NTE just on a 1.0 launch, again, we can't compare these other gacha games that's not a 1.0 launch. NTE mogs everything. Like for me personally, maybe Genshin might be up there, but I was like 13, maybe 14 when Genshin came out, so I don't really remember like that. I was too busy. I think you know, it don't even matter. But look, regardless, right? Saying that NTE is soulless, right? He said it wasn't soulless, but I don't know. I feel like people dunking on NTE, but low key, it's been doing good. Everything I've been hearing about NTE is doing good. Sales doing good. I guess we'll really have to see like at the end of the month, but I think it's doing good, and we'll really see after this 1.0 live stream. But again, I think I feel like this video was, you know, it was his opinion. I feel like you shouldn't have compared it to like GTA, both games that cost way like more money and have a company that's Rockstar. But again, you guys let me know how you feel about this. And I'm about to go do some things that's gonna get me demonetized on YouTube probably. So I probably